1 Alabama, Billingrat Gardens and Home. This 65-acre garden, designed by prominent Mobile, Alabama, architect George B. Rogers, is full of brightly colored blooms and edible crops. Walter Billingrat, the successful owner of a Coca-Cola bottling franchise, and his wife Bessie, called the land home up until the 1950s. You can still tour their 10,000 square foot mansion today. To Alaska, Creek Street. Although Creek Street was once what is politely referred to as a red light district, it currently serves as a scenic boardwalk with quaint tourist spots. Visitors of this beautiful and historic walkway can spot wildlife, pink otters, eagles and large schools of salmon, and browse quaint shop and galleries along the way. 3 Arizona, Antelope Canyon. The rock formations in Arizona's Antelope Canyon look absolutely surreal. Operated by the Navajo Parks and Recreation Department, the canyon was formed by fast-flowing flash flood waters. Bring your best camera if you decide to tour the location. The sunbeams play off the canyon walls to create colors you'll want to capture. 4 Arkansas, Mildred B. Cooper Memorial Chapel. Designed by Fayetteville, Arkansas, architects C. Fay Jones and Morris Jennings, the Mildred B. Cooper Memorial Chapel sits on a quiet hilltop overlooking Bella Vista's Lake Norwood. The chapel's 15 main arches stand 50 feet tall, and its walls are made of 4,460 square feet of glass. If you're already imagining your wedding or vow renewal taking place here, you're in luck. The chapel can be reserved for special ceremonies. 5 California, Sequoia National Park. You've heard of California's renowned redwoods, but did you know about its sequoias? While redwood trees stand as the tallest trees in the world, sequoias are the largest. The biggest sequoia in the world, a tree fondly known as General Sherman, can be found in the Golden State Sequoia National Park. Believe it or not, General Sherman is 275 feet tall, 102 feet wide and weighs 2.7 million pounds. 6 Colorado, Mesa Verde National Park. Not only is Colorado's Mesa Verde National Park beautiful, but it also gives us a chance to travel back in time. The 5,00 archaeological sites and 600 cliff dwellings that make up Mesa Verde give us a closer look at the ancestral Pueblo community that made the land their home for 700 years, and the park staff continues to preserve them today. 7 Connecticut, Mystic. A small seaside village with a ton of character, Mystic, Connecticut, is full of beautiful restaurants, galleries, shops and homes like the one pictured here. Visitors will also enjoy taking in the location's rich history. Settled in 1654, Mystic is home to what is known as the nation's leading maritime museum, Mystic Seaport. 8 Delaware, Hagley Museum and Library. What was once the site of the gunpowder works founded by E.I. DuPont is now a stunning educational center in Wilmington, Delaware. A Smithsonian affiliate, the Hagley Museum and Library works to further the study of business and technology. The institution also owns 235 acres of land along Delaware's Brandywine Creek. 9 Florida, Naples Pier. Located on the Gulf of Mexico in Naples, Florida, the Naples Pier serves as an excellent spot for fishing, dining and simply taking in the ocean's views. We're also willing to bet this pier is the perfect spot to watch a sunset. 10 Georgia, Wormsloe Plantation. Before coming to America in 1733, Noble Jones was nothing but a humble carpenter. After years of working successfully in the States as a physician and even royal counselor, Jones decided to settle down and make Spectacular Plantation House his home. Today, visitors can enjoy the property's beautiful avenue of live oaks and a slew of costume period actors who bring Wormsloe Plantation to life. 11 Hawaii, sea caves along the Napali coast. Along the island of Kauai's Napali coast, you will find a number of gaping sea caves. Formed by harsh waves slamming into the island's porous lava rock, the caves now provide the perfect place for kayakers and other adventure seekers to get up close and personal with the land. 12 Idaho, Comas Prairie Centennial Marsh. From April to June, Idaho's Comas Prairie Centennial March is the epitome of a wildlife sanctuary. The Comas Creek is completely filled, a field of purple Comas lilies begins to bloom and waterfowl flock to the marshy area. Consider this spot a must-see if you enjoy bird watching. 13 Illinois, Baha'i House of Worship. The Baha'i House of Worship in Wilmette, Illinois, is the oldest of 7 Baha'i temples that exist around the world today. With 9 sides, a massive dome and a beautiful garden, the temple serves as a house of worship for believers in the Baha'i faith, which was founded in Iran in the mid-1800s. 14 Indiana, Indiana Dunes National Lake Shore. Believe it or not, Indiana is home to one of the country's most stunning beaches. With 15 miles along Lake Michigan's southern shore and 15,000 acres belonging to the National Lake Shore area, the dunes offer visitors a variety of beautiful landscapes: dunes, wetlands, prairies and forests included. 15 Iowa, Amana Colonies. The historic Amana colonies are made up of a total of 7 villages. Settled by German pietists who lived a communal lifestyle until the 1930s, the colonies are approximately 150 years old. Today, they attract visitors with charming brick and clapboard homes, blooming gardens and locally made beer and wine. 16 Kansas, Baker Wetlands. Located just south of Lawrence, Kansas, the Baker Wetlands are home to many types of wildlife. The water, which drains out to the Wakarusa River via Mink Creek, supplies the perfect environment for a variety of flowers, plants, birds and insects. Visitors using the surrounding trails might just be able to catch a glimpse of a beautiful blue heron. 17 Kentucky, Mammoth Cave National Park. Underneath the rolling hills of central Kentucky lies Mammoth Cave, the world's longest known cave system where more than 400 miles of it have been explored. Visitors can tour the cave, then choose from nearby activities including horseback riding, biking and camping. 18 Louisiana, Garden District. If southern charm is what you're after, look no further than the Garden District of New Orleans. In this gorgeous neighborhood, classically constructed mansions and lush green gardens line the streets. You might even recognize a house or two from a movie you love. The Garden District has been featured in a number of films including The Curious Case of Benjamin Button starring Brad Pitt. 19 Maine, Pemaquid Point Lighthouse. Located at the entrance to the Muscongas and Johns Bays, the stunning Pemaquid Point Lighthouse is going on 200 years old. If you were ever a state quarter collector, you might also recognize this landmark from Maine's 25-cent piece. 20 Maryland, George Peabody Library. Baltimore's George Peabody Library is so much more than a home for books, it also serves as an extravagant wedding and event venue for those willing to rent the space. With 5 tiers of balconies and more than 300,000 volumes of reading material, the library offers an elegant setting for wining, dining and, of course, researching. 21 Massachusetts, Motif No. 1 Fish Shack. Of all the charming structures and beautiful landscapes in the tiny coastal village of Rockport, this little red fish shack is perhaps the most well-known. Known as Motif No. 1 since early 20th century illustrator Lester Hornby deemed it so, the building has been recreated by several artists. 22 Michigan, Turnip Rock. This fascinating rock formation off the coast of Fort Austin, Michigan, came to be after many years of waves wore down the stone. The land surrounding Turnip Rock is privately owned, however, so the only way to get up close and personal with the island is via water. Note that area is especially shallow, so stepping out of a kayak to take a beautiful photo like this one is doable. 23 Minnesota, Minnehaha Falls. As the centerpiece of Minneapolis's Minnehaha Regional Park, this 53-foot waterfall is an extraordinary find in the Twin Cities area. Its name, Minnehaha, comes from words meaning waterfall in the Dakota language, according to the Minnesota Parks and Recreation Board. 24 Mississippi, Windsor Ruins. The Hunton-Windsor ruins were once part of the magnificent plantation home of Smith Coffee Daniel II, a wealthy Mississippi man who owned the house and the surrounding 2,600 acres. He only lived in the home for a few weeks before his death in 1861, and though the mansion remained the Daniel family home, it burned down in 1890 after a house party guest failed to put out a cigar. 25 Missouri, Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts. Directly across the state from St. Louis' gleaming gateway arch is the equally stunning Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts, located in the heart of downtown Kansas City. The 285,000 square foot building, which was designed by architect Moshe Safdie and opened in 2011, regularly hosts operas and performances by the Kansas City Ballet and Kansas City Symphony.